Hello everyone, it's Ascension USA, and it has been a while since I made the last video, but this does not mean I'm doing videos again. Yeah, and I gave up on my Let's Play Sonic Advance. I really don't care about that anymore. But I'm making this video about Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 3 Zombies, as you have seen by the title, and sort of an update to my last vid where I was ranting about the Zombies storyline. That was about 2 years ago, almost. So basically, in the last video, that was after Origins for Black Ops 2 had come out, and I was really pissed about how Treyarch decided to end the zombie storyline, or at that time I had thought they'd ended the zombie storyline. Obviously I'm wrong, because Black Ops 3 is coming out and continuing the storyline. So anyway, the reason I was mad, I'll just give you a brief run through, is, you know, it all started in World at War, and that's when, you know, I loved it the most. It was simple, 4 map packs, well 3 actually, 4 maps, 3 map packs, and all you had to do was survive. I mean, there were small Easter eggs, injuries here and there. We were learning more about a developing storyline. There was just 2 wonder weapons, honestly, and it was just really simple survival, and I loved that. And I actually played it when it first came out in about 2008 once. I sucked really bad because I was like in 6th grade, I think. Then as the DLC came out, I had played it at friends' houses before I actually got my own PlayStation. So over the years, I grew to love zombies, and of course, when Black Ops 1 came out, I was really stoked for that zombie storyline, and like what they were going to do with it. And then, sure enough, I loved it just as much. They kept it simple. Like, sure, they did have Easter eggs with Ascension, and like Shangri-La had a pretty decent Easter egg and all that, but it wasn't that complex. You still just, you know, once you've completed the objectives, it was really simple, and I loved Black Ops Zombies probably the most, honestly, just for the quality and amount of content it had. Black Ops 1 was definitely my favorite. Then they released the World at War maps again, and to be honest, I liked the World at War versions of those maps, but it was great that they did that. And Moon, even though Moon had a big Easter egg, I still considered it simple, because once you finish, then what do? You just survive. And the storyline was developing even more. And that's sort of when things started to go haywire. Was after Black Ops 1, things weren't as simple anymore. And I didn't hate zombies, don't get me wrong, I always loved zombies, but Black Ops 2 came out, Transit, and of course the storyline was even more developed, and I had assumed, with a theory I had made, that the reason it was all fiery and exploded in Transit and farm and town was because of the Easter egg in Moon, where you basically destroy the whole world by shooting missiles at it, and that's why Transit appeared the way it did. And I don't know if that was ever true or not. I've never really looked into it. All I know is that Rick Toppin is now the voice in Black Ops 2 in the sky because of the Moon Easter egg. A little spoiler, he took over Samantha's place in the Ether. So there was all that jazz, and I did like Transit when it first came out. I admit, I thought it was pretty cool, and I didn't honestly ever do the Easter egg, even though I know what it is. I've seen videos of it. So I had fun with Transit, never got into the storyline, because I thought it was getting a little too confusing and crazy with that Easter egg. I just like the simple aspect of zombies, which is just, you know, basically surviving to higher rounds. I don't really care about all that extra stuff. As long as I get a ray gun or something good like an LMG, I'm good, I'm set. But, yeah, it got more and more complex. I did not enjoy Die Rise, the first DLC for Black Ops 2. I did love Mob of the Dead when that came out. That was a great DLC in my opinion. And then, what was next? There was Buried, and I thought Buried was a pretty great map, and I liked just the survival aspect of that map. Again, when that map had such a complex Easter egg, I of course never finished that. And I mean, I know it was adding to the story and they were trying their best, but that just got so confusing to me, and somehow still involved Rick Toppin being the sort of overseer of zombies, and I sort of understood what was going on, but I was then having a hard time connecting it to the original storyline from World at War, which was really confusing me. And then, you know, of course, if you had watched the last video, which I will link in the description, what I ranted about, you'll see why I hate Origins. I don't hate Origins, I'm sure it's great to some people, but honestly, I just don't like it. It's really narrow, it's really hard for me to survive there, and the thing that I hated most about it was what they did with the storyline, because they had a storyline going from the 1940s. It seemed to be in a World War II era where the Nazis were creating a zombie tool like Maxis and Richtofen had created this 115 weapon and created their undead Nazi comrades to come back to life. Nazis that I mentioned, because in World War I there was no Nazis. There wasn't a Nazi party, yet somehow Treyarch decided to take it back to World War I, and then the ending of Origins is even more confusing. And I just thought, like, wow, they just took that storyline and completely bent it to where it makes no sense to the original context that they had started developing back in, like, 2009. So that's when I was pissed. But then, what I had seen was that Black Ops 3 was going to have zombies. And I thought, nah, they're probably just going to do something stupid again. But then I saw the reveal, and I saw that there's something called Shadows of Evil, which is sort of a, I guess, non-canon storyline to what they had going. And I thought, you know, that's cool, at least they're carrying on zombies. But then I saw that if you pre-order the game, you get a bonus stage called the Giant, which basically in German, the Giant means Der Riese, and Der Riese is, you know, the fourth map in World at War, and had something to do with the original storyline, which I thought was great. Not the origin storyline, but the original storyline with the original 4 characters from World at War. They are... What I think they're doing is bringing that back into Black Ops 3 and somehow trying to connect the crappy storyline from Origins with the redesigns of the 4 characters, and they're trying to connect that with the old storyline of Der Riese and World at War characters from that timeline. And maybe there is some way that the World War I storyline and the World War II storyline are connected, but honestly, I don't see how they're going to do that unless it has time travel involved, which would kind of make sense, because if you'd been paying attention as much as I have, you know, you'd see they redesigned the 4 characters, Dempsey, Nikolai, Takio, and Richtofen, completely in the Origins map to their World War I selves from, like, 1917 or whatever. And in the original Der Riese and World at War, obviously they're the World War II crew that's seen in World at War and Black Ops, but somehow I believe, this is what I'm theorizing and what I'm hoping for, is that they're going to connect somehow the crew from Origins to the older crew from Black Ops, World at War, and Der Riese, because the bonus map is Der Riese, and if you've seen the trailer, I will link to that in the description. So what I'm hoping is that they're actually going to mend the storyline, and I'm making this video as sort of a cancelization of my last rant video, if you will, because from what I've seen, they might actually start to make sense of what I was so mad about in the end of Black Ops 2. So this is just what I'm hoping for, and I hope to maybe get people to comment and share their thoughts on this as well. Or maybe someone who has been paying better attention than even I have, maybe explain, have they actually had logic to this all along? Was there actually sense behind the Origin storyline in connection to the World at War storyline? And if you know this, or if maybe I've just been wrong, please point it out, and I would like to have a discussion of it in the comments, because either 1, they're fixing this and it's going to be great, or 2, this could just totally blow up. So I'm just hoping for the best. I hope, you know, as long as it doesn't suck and the storyline makes sense, I will be happy with Black Ops 3, and I'll probably get it. But that's all I wanted to do, is sort of update my previous video on this subject and make a video, because I haven't made a video in a long time. So I will see you next time in whatever kind of update I make, probably about Black Ops 3 when it comes out in November, because I'm incredibly busy throughout the year. And for anyone who was wondering, I will not be continuing my Let's Play of Sonic Advance 3, because that got like 10 views, and like, seriously, what's the point? I mean, I'm not like freaking a Let's Player that has 100,000 subs, so I honestly don't see the point of doing that crap anymore. I've got a life now to do other things. I honestly don't care if I have tons of subscribers or not. I just like to share my thoughts with, you know, people who like zombies as much as I do and all that. So I'll see you next time. I'm Ascension USA. Thanks.